Greetings and salutations, YouTube Wanderer. The Lost One Gaming here, and welcome back to We the Revolution. We are currently on Act 1, Day 3, so it's time to get back into it, shall we? It's been a minute, but we have returned and the court is back in session once again. Let us start.
That is our new symbol of freedom. You can still smell the fresh wood.
Do you feel free looking at it?
No.
Individuals like us do not need symbols, but France does. Did you hear the news of the day? People are running around like headless chickens and yelling about Louis and his entourage escaping Paris.
No, Mr. Feet
So,
Twiddler.
we will not be enjoying the aroma of fresh wood for long.
Monuments like that are not installed solely for the purpose of punishing thieves or lesser aristocrats.
They're gonna expect me to get someone killed, aren't they?
Do you think it wants to taste royal blood?
Yes.
Louis's flight was a stupid move, yet it seems it was planned. One of us will sacrifice him. That is, if they catch him.
Is that why Louis visited us at the court? To manipulate us?
Possibly.
Maybe
Assume.
deep in his heart he felt what the builders of the guillotine did. That someone has to be exposed as a traitor, even if there is none.
Interesting. Well, maybe he'll be the first one that actually gets the blood on the guillotine, or, you know, there may be someone else before him. Welcome, Citizen Fidel. My name is Antoine Quentin Fort... Oh my god, these names. De Tinville. I'm the public prosecutor that has been assigned to assist at every tribunal trial starting from today. I don't need you. You act as if I can't handle this myself, but okay, Mr. Antoine. I should warn you that I'm uncompromising, although I hope that we quickly find common ground. And happier news, the construction of the guillotine is finished. We may begin using it today. Oh, God. See, they're already expecting me to cut someone's head off. Just start yelling off with their heads at this point. That's what they want me to do. As we've seen it, we've most definitely seen it. I saw it and I smelled it and everything. The king is gone. Treason. Anyone with information about his whereabouts should immediately disclose it to the authorities. Robespierre. Robespierre. Alright. So the king is, there's an international manhunt for the king at this point. So, expected sentence at the moment. Both parties, the common folk and the revolutionaries, are expecting an acquittal. Guess we're going to see what's going to happen, though. So we've got, let's see the case file here. And Michael's testimony, usually in the mornings, Miss Elodie and I read. However, is this the first page of this? Where's the rest of it? Is there not anything else? I don't even get to know what the frick is going on. There should be another page of this. Alright, anyway. However, the chef had that day off, so I was preparing tea. Then I heard her screaming. I ran to her room but stopped, and I heard a male voice. I was scared and asked for help. Okay. So apparently that's someone's testimony. Okay, so there are more pages to this. Okay, compiled by Pierre de Quin. Jean Ibert, the famous street urchin who killed the governor of Bastille, de Launay, and carried his head on a pike, has recently been detained. Good lord, this man is already, he's got a record. He's got a record that gives him a freaking... Now we can see that he's done something in the past, I guess, but... I guess I can't form opinions yet, because that's not part of this case. Alright, after the triumph of the revolution, he reached the nadir of his life. Though many people still consider him a hero, they do not care that the Parisian archives are filled with complaints about thefts, robberies, and assaults on women. Alright, the current case is much graver, as Ibert is accused of raping 16-year-old Elodie Pontalba. The charges were brought by the victim's father, Baron Thomas de Pontalba. It is widely known that Pontalba was a relative and friend of Governor Delaunay. So, see... It's already causing issues there because he's a friend of the guy that the street urchin guy killed. So, that gives him a motive to be upset with him even if he didn't do it. Crime allegedly took place in the tenement belonging to the victim's family. Jean was detained by people working outside while trying to escape the building. Elodie gave a written statement saying that the incident took place on a holiday and Jean used the absence of the Baron and most of the servants to break into the tenement. Once he was inside, he entered her room and raped her. There's a second page to this. Alright, the incident was witnessed by Anne Michael, or Michelle, Elodie's governess. It was she who alarmed the workers about disturbing noises coming from her charge's room. A number of witnesses felt obliged to inform us that Anne Michelle is known for her psychotic jealousy and her numerous romances with the people of France. See, she's not trustworthy. We can't believe what she says at this point. I'm not going to believe. Alright, but we got some questions to unlock now, so let's see what we got. Break-in at the tenement. Alright, Elodie Pontalba. That would be part of testimony. Would assume. Alright, testimony. How would that not be testimony? Okay. I guess that's not part of the testimony. Famous defendant, rape would probably be part of the accusation. Yes, indeed. The governor of the Bastille's relatives. That would be part of... motive, method. Okay, we're going to skip that one for the moment. I'm trying to... Multiple complaints would be part of either testimony or accusation. Frick. Testimony, accusation. I would say testimony, right? Okay, apparently not. I got one possible or like 2 more mistakes and I got 7 more questions left. This is not helping right now. Testimony, motive, method, offender's personality for famous defendant. Okay, we got 1 more down. Alright, we got break-in at the tenement again. Motive, accusation. Let's say that would be part of the method, right? He broke in. Okay, there we go. We got 1 more. Famous defendant again. Extenuating circumstances, accusation, testimony, motive. I would say that secondary, that would be motive, right? Okay, apparently not. Okay, I'm not going to get all these questions, am I? I'm not going to get all these questions. I'm definitely not. And at this point, I'm not going to be able to get a full freaking trial. I'm going to have to let this guy go anyway. I don't have enough to go on at this point. The constable's house, accusation, extenuating circumstances, testimony, motive. Governor of the relatives. I would say motive. Okay, we got another question down. Elodie de Pontalba, or de Pontalba, accusation, offender's personality, extenuating circumstances. There's a trap question in here as well, so one of these doesn't actually even matter at all. I'm just gonna, okay, rape can be done again. Extenuating circumstances, offender's personality. Testimony? Okay, so we got that one down. Oh man, this is we got 3 more questions to go. And I can only make 1 more mistake at this point. Multiple complaints? I would say accusation. Okay, never mind. Wait, no. Okay, that was right. Okay, wait, no. Never mind, that was a mistake. Frick. Okay, well, I don't have all my questions now at this point, so I'm freaking done. I've done all that I can, so we're going to have to ask what we have at this point. Alright, they're bringing in Jean. Isn't he already here? He's right there. He's standing in front of me. We're with you, Jean. Please introduce yourself. Jean Hebert, the conqueror of Bastille and vanquisher of Tyrant de Launay, the hero of all Parisians. Alright, Mr. frickin' braggy mouth over here. Alright, Jean Hebert, you're accused of raping Miss Elodie de Pontalba. I'm going to just pronounce the name all sorts of weird. Daughter of Baron Thomas de Pontalba. Do you plead guilty? Who the frick is gonna... Most people are not gonna plead guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty at this point. Don't plead anything. That Burgess and her counter-revolutionary father are filthy liars. We need to bear in mind the possibility of criminal collusion in the charges. Yes, indeed. That's right. Those rich swines love their machinations. The evidence speaks against you. Not exactly, but I guess so. Girlish duplicity and de Pontalba plots prove nothing. I guess I could say the same at this point. Alright, so... We've got 1, 2. Oh man, this might lead us to possibly cut this guy's head off at this point. We've got 2 questions to prove his innocence and 2 questions that are probably going to get him the guillotine. So we're going to start with those first. Did you choose Miss Pontalba for your victim because she's related to Delaunay? I didn't know they're related. Then why her? She was young, soft-skinned, and very... Oh God. This guy is not really making it easier on himself, is he? He's making this a little bit disturbing at this point. He's suggesting that it was Miss Pontalba who initiated the intercourse. Who did what? She did ask me to caress her. Oh, God. Oh, she desperately wanted that. She dreamed about me for a long time. This is making me uncomfortable. Mr. Ibert, please stop describing this point. All right. We'll go to the other question. The jury still has not formed an opinion yet. The victim is but a frail girl. Did you really have to beat her that badly? Why would I beat her? I didn't even have to undress. Oh, goodness. I didn't even have to undress her. She removed her clothes by herself. She jumped out of her dress unfit. I don't need all this information, sir. This is not necessary. Exactly. We don't need to hear the details of this, okay? You're accused of rape. I don't want to hear the rest of that. Monsieur le Judge, I can tell you everything in great detail if you want me to. I don't want you to. Trust me. Did she take her clothes off because you threatened her? She would have threatened me if I had refused her. So he's saying that she was the one that initiated all this and then, I guess, got upset and then pretty much lied about it. Go on, we're listening. No, we're not listening. Silence. If you want gossip, go to the market. Exactly. This is a courtroom. Okay, they are currently asking for the guillotine. Alright, so did you know that Patalba is a relative of... Didn't we already ask that? I guess we said, did he choose her because of that? No, but that explains a lot. The whole case was conjured up by Patalba. He wants to get rid of me because I freed France from a tyrant. Is that what you consider this? Lonnie's family should have been executed a long time ago. So you would not call rape an instrument in the war against the monarchists. Monarchists should be decapitated and their daughters should be thanking the heroes of the revolution. Okay, sir. Okay. That's right. Silence. We were talking about a young girl who was raped. We don't need all this other stuff. They're still asking for the guillotine. Alright, so let's see. How did you break into the tenement belonging to Baron de Pontalba? Why would I break in? I used the back door. How did you know about that entrance? The Baron's daughter told me. She also informed me that her beloved father and most of the servants wouldn't be at home. Okay. She told you to visit her for that specific purpose. Where is she? Can we not get her to, like, say something? She was giving very clear signs. All aristocrat. Okay. Can't read that part. Are you saying that you came to Baron de Pontalba's house at the invitation of the victim? That young, okay, promised me a nice afternoon. She explained everything in detail. Let Jean go. Quiet, people. The judge is beginning to understand. Remain calm and he will soon let me go. Alright, they're still asking for the guillotine. Oh, boy. I mean, the jury... Calling Anne Michelle. Okay, this is a lady that they said was like half crazy. So if she doesn't say anything that is, you know, whatever. Anne Michelle, Miss Elodie de Pontalba's governess. She was supposed to be the witness. What do you know about the case? Is this the only question I have for her? Ivan is guilty and should be killed. He used our relationship to get closer to Baron's daughter and hurt her. What do you mean? He knew exactly what the servants had when the servants had a day off and when the Baron left for the Legislative Assembly. Did he learn those facts from you? Not directly. He paid me several visits at Baron de Pontalba's house. Did it not occur to you that he may use this knowledge against the Baron's family? Exactly. I see. Did the Baron know about your meetings? No, the Baron had more important things to worry about than the personal lives of his servants. You would think that's something you would actually mention to him, that he was asking, like, about your daughter, and about his daughter and stuff. But okay, whatever, Miss Michelle. Alright, so they're saying prison now. Why did you neglect the duties and stop looking after the victim? Exactly. Isn't it supposed to be your job to protect her? But, alright, why did you neglect your duties and stop looking after the victim? That day, the Baron ordered me to take care of the house. Miss Elodie didn't have any classes and was spending time in her room. And you did not hear the accused entering the building, did you? Now, I was busy in the kitchen. I wasn't alerted until I heard sounds of a struggle and Miss Elodie's scream coming from her room. I find it baffling that you did not hear anything before then. Exactly. Nothing? Nothing at all? Nothing? I can't explain that, but I was making a lot of noise while cooking. Alright, I was watching... Is watching the house not one of your responsibilities? Well, yes, but I can't be in two places at once. Split yourself in half. It works very well. Alright. So right now, the jury is saying prison. I didn't get through all my questions. Personally, I think I might just go with what the revolutionaries and the common folk want and just say forget the jury, because we didn't really get a full case. I didn't get to ask all the questions that I needed to ask. So I don't think the jury could really make an informed decision because we didn't get all the questions that we really needed. Alright, so I'm personally, I'm just going to say acquit him because I didn't have enough information to really prove him guilty. I didn't have enough information to really necessarily let him go, but I didn't have enough to prove him guilty. I mean, there wasn't enough to just be like, okay, you know, she was just like, I wasn't there, I didn't hear anything, and somehow, and whatever. So, and we don't have the victim here, so I got nothing. I got nothing at this point. So, at this point, I'm going to make my... Well, I forgot how to make my verdicts now. It's been that long since I played this freaking game. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. The defendant... Oh, there's a report. What made the defendant famous in the eyes of the people? Valor in the Battle of Valmy, storming the Bastille, I believe it was. He killed some guy. How did the defendant explain the signs of assault on the victim's body? Her own mother beat her. She was punished by the guy. I didn't get to that part because I didn't get that question. The defendant attempted to explain the background of the rape. He does not remember he was intoxicated. He says it was the victim who intimated the intimacy. Yes, that part. All right. How did the defendant explain the signs of assault? I'm just going to have to make an educated guess on that one. She was punished by the governess. Her father, I'm going to say her father beat her just because. That's something, that seems like something he would say. I'm signing my signature now for that one. All right. So I've done all the protocol and everything else is done. My verdict, here we go, my verdict form. The jury is saying prison. I'm going to say acquittal, like I said, because I don't have enough information. I don't think the jury had enough information, but based on their decision, they say prison. So I'm going to go with acquittal. I'm sorry. This is my decision. It'll put me back in the good graces of the common folk and the revolutionaries at the same time. I've got to save my head too, right now. So, all right. I find him not guilty. Take him out. Don't want to see him anymore or hear about his freaking exploits. I must admit that his guilt... Exactly. I think I made the right decision here. I must admit that his guilt was not clearly confirmed. We didn't get all the questions. Bravo! Bravo! But didn't you guys want him to go to prison? Why are you saying bravo? And why are there not... There's like 6 of you. 8. Okay. We should have like a bigger jury here. It's not enough people. We have more people over here than there are in the jury. I don't even know what all these people are here for, actually. The judge is one of us. You guys wanted prison. Technically, I didn't go with what you wanted. And does it matter what we have to say? You'd better take us into account in the future. Is this the jury? I guess this is the jury, and these are the town folk that just come in to sit and watch. Okay. I've been looking at this wrong now, I guess. Alright. I mean, I will take you into account next time. I got all these questions right, somehow. I managed to get it right. Reputation is still -5, but we're improving. At least we have a good reputation with the common folk right now. I know some case is going to pop up that's going to just get me killed, but in the moment, this is what we have. I got to get out of here. Alright, there we go. Down at the bottom. Alright. Reputation +1, influence points +1, enemy at the courthouse. What is this one? Jury noticed you made making the wrong choices for foregoing justice. The rumors spread fast. Oh boy. This doesn't help now, does it? That just didn't even help. I thought I was making a good decision. The other guy told me I made a good decision, but okay, I guess everybody else just was like, nope, you didn't. You thought you did, but you didn't. Alright, we'll go to the next one. See what's going to happen. I guess we're going to have to go home and talk about the decision that we made now at this point, too. Who is this guy? Is this the grandfather again? No, this is the official. Due to the establishment of a revolutionary tribunal, we need to prepare an official stamp. I was told to ask you, citizen, because President Devoyer is indisposed. Is he drunk? He drunk? I'm assuming he's drunk. How much did he drink? He was not able to say, shall we? Alright. I get to make my own stamp. I forgot about this. Yes, this is nice. What do we want this to look like at this? Let's see. Can we change that? A rooster. I don't want it to be a rooster. A snake? I definitely don't want it to be a snake. I don't know what that is. That's like an axe or something. I want it to definitely... Why is everything snake related, it seems? We want just... The courthouse would be nice. The owl with an axe. I kind of like the owl with an axe. Or we could just do that one. I'm going to go with the owl with the axe, just because it looks kind of creepy at the same time. People will fear our decisions now. Alright, let's see. We can do the base. I like the... Ooh. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. Alright, and then we got the bottom. We change the bottom and the top. I guess we'll probably keep the bottom, or make the bottom and the top the same, which would be... Is that the same? I can't exactly tell. Some of these olive branches. Ooh, we definitely gotta do olive branches. Because this thing looks creepy, and then we can kind of counteract it with the olive branches of peace and diplomacy. There we go. Alright. Sign my name. This is my new stamp. This is my new stamp. You happy with my stamp? Thank you for your time. I know it's late. The stamp should be ready tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Mr. Official, who I don't know your name at all. Alright, so let's see. Relations with the family. We need to get on better relations with Bernard. So, everybody else we're in pretty good standing with. So, viola concert, I think would help with Bernard. Viola concert, a demonstration, doesn't really help with much of anything. Take your sons to a pro-revolution demonstration, that would help with Bernard. And let them see real life up close. My father would not approve of that, and my wife would not approve of that either. But I think that might be the decision that we actually end up making at this point. So, I mean, viola concert would also help with my wife. So we can knock out 3 birds with 1 stone. Although, Frederick, I guess it's helping Frederick. We have a pretty good relationship with him. So, I'm going to go viola concert. Okay, we'll do that one. As that decreased with our father, we increased with Bernard, and we're going to increase with our wife, as well as our other son, who I just forgot his name that quick, Frederick. Alright, I think that was overall pretty freaking good. Act 1, Liberty, Day 4. Alright, what do we have in store for us for Day 4? Anything that I should be aware of? Tragically, we're losing control of the streets. People feel betrayed by the king, and some believe him to be a spy. trying to elude justice. Special means are recommended when suppressing unrest. We only need an opinion from the judges to make sure we are working legally. Mr. Matthew Burrell. Okay, Mr. Burrell. You've got, in other words, you need their blessing. You need their blessing to shoot at protesters. People can't control their emotions and are hurting other citizens as a result. Look at the windows. Oh, they are bashed in, aren't they? Next time they might do something worse than just throw rocks. I cannot give my approval for him to shoot people in the streets. I can't do that. I cannot. I cannot. I approve the National Guard's use of force against ruffians ruining the Capitol. They're ruining the Capitol technically, but I can't. What would it say if I let them just shoot people in the streets, though? They're gonna overuse this power if I give this to them. They're just gonna start randomly shooting people just because they feel like it, just because they have the power. I'm rejecting it. I know what happens if I reject this too. If I reject this, then the National Guard is gonna get overrun by the ruffians and they're gonna get killed. But either way, I'm gonna have blood on my hands. I'm rejecting it. The authority should not use force against the people. If it has to, it is already lost. Do not approve of this decree. Make my signature. Is my stamp here yet? Can I sign it? Oh, there we go. There's my stamp. My owl with his axe. There we go. The stamp of approval has been given. All right, Mr. I forgot your name, Mr. Burrell. All right, you can go now. Without this document, we can only wait for the citizens of Paris to start killing each other before our very eyes. I hope you know what you're doing. The convention may have issued that decree, but I have no doubt it was Robespierre's ideas. All right. But the mob wanted to act as both judge and jury again and hang people from the street lamps. Poor Pouchard was almost hanged. Pouchard? Claude Pouchard? That's the teacher, right? Yeah, the beloved tutor of your young Frederick. You had to dismiss him after the incident with the oath of the clergy, did you not? Yes, I did. Frederick tells me from time to time that he misses his teacher. All right. But I'm going to end it here, guys, and I will see you in the next one.